Okay, so I hope you had a great holiday season, but now that it's a new year, you know what that means. It's time to go over what's in my wallet for Q1 of 2023. Now for my core credit card setup, I've made it clear in my previous videos that I prefer set category cards that have the same categories every quarter as compared to cards that offer rotating categories. Rotating categories could be good, but they also could be not so good. With that in mind, here are the 4 cards that make up my core setup. The first card is the American Express Platinum card that gets me 5x points on flights. The next card is the Amex Gold Card that gets me 4x points on restaurants and 4x points on groceries. The next card is the Bank of America Premium Rewards Elite credit card that gets me 3.5x back on dining where American Express is not accepted, 3.5x on travel, and 2.625x on everything else. And the final card is the Bank of America Customized Cash Rewards card that gets me 5.25% cash back on gas and 3.5% cash back on Costco purchases. And for these last 2 Bank of America cards, these multipliers are elevated over their base rates as a part of the 75% credit card multiplier that comes with being in the Platinum Honors tier in the Bank of America Preferred Rewards system. But as you may know, I was recently approved for the American Express Hilton Honors Business Card with a unique limited time sign-up bonus. So for this quarter, this is going to be the main card in my wallet, and let me explain why. I opened a lot of new credit cards over the past 2 years, which has been great for maximizing sign-up bonuses, travel benefits, and rewards, but this also has put me way over Chase's 524 status. If you're not familiar, the Chase 524 rule is an unwritten but commonly accepted rule in the credit card community that you'll be automatically denied for a personal or business Chase credit card if you've opened 5 credit cards with any issuer in the past 24 months. From this definition, my current Chase 524 status is 724, with my status dropping to under 524 in August of 2023. The reason why this matters is because I would like to open several Chase cards in 2023, including the Chase World of Hyatt card, Chase World of Hyatt Business card, and the Chase Inc. Preferred card. Of course, I could go the route of Luke from Luke's Points and Miles and Chad from Chad's Money Minutes, where they provided me some awesome data points of getting Chase Inc. business cards while over 524. But I personally haven't sent any targeted mailers, so I'd rather not risk the hard pull on my credit report. And if you're interested, I'll leave links to their videos down in the description below, so definitely check their videos out. But going back to my situation, as I'm over 524 until August 2023, I'm locked out of Chase cards for the next 8 months. So what am I going to do in the meantime? Well, this is where the unique sign-up bonus for the American Express Hilton Honors Business Card comes into play. At the time of my application in mid-December, the sign-up bonus for this card was 130,000 Hilton Honors bonus points after spending $5,000 in purchases in the first 3 months of card membership. It also offered a free night reward after spending $10,000 in purchases on the card in the first 6 months of card membership. And that would be great by itself, but there's also another perk on this card that interested me as well, and that was the free night reward that you can earn after spending $15,000 on eligible purchases. So here's the scenario. I need to guard my credit card portfolio until August 2023 to be able to get under Chase 524, meaning I want to limit my credit card applications to only business cards since they do not show up on my personal credit report and not contribute to Chase 524. And in this situation, the sign-up bonus for this Hilton Honors Business Card was great for me, since I looked at my projected expenses and I'll definitely be able to meet that $15,000 threshold in about 6 months and will easily clear that $5,000 and $10,000 minimum spend requirement for the sign-up bonus along the way. This unique sign-up bonus coupled with the standard free night reward benefit on the card gives me 3 targets to hit: $5,000 in 3 months, $10,000 in 6 months, and $15,000 in 12 months. Now, this particular strategy may not make sense for everyone, but in my situation, this is a great way for me to garden, but at the same time continue to meet minimum spend requirements for additional credit card perks. And not only will I be working towards each one of these spending goals, but I'll also be earning points in the process, which includes 12x points at Hilton, 6x points at gas stations, shipping providers, and wireless phone services, 6x points at restaurants, flights, and car rentals, and 3x points on everything else. There are also other benefits that are included with this card, including diamond status at $40,000 and a second free night reward at $60,000, but I'm not really going to be targeting those since at that level, it's much better to use that spend on a different card for a better return. For travel and shopping benefits, we don't want to forget the less talked about features of this card, including baggage insurance, purchase protection, and extended warranty. This card also comes with complimentary Hilton Gold status, 10 complimentary Priority Pass visits, and no foreign transaction fees. But as I already have the Amex Platinum, these benefits overlap, so they're not that important to me. But speaking of the American Express Platinum, I'm sure some of you were doing the math in your head and were thinking, well, 6 months is great, but August is actually 8 months away. So what about those extra 2 months? Well, I'm glad you asked. At this point in time, I have 2 Platinum cards, the classic Amex Platinum and the Amex Morgan Stanley Platinum. Both of these cards were open in April, so in about 4 months, I plan on asking for a retention offer on one of my Platinum cards, as having 2, in my case, is not really that necessary. If I'm offered a retention offer, this will help bridge any spending gaps I may have over these first 2 quarters in 2023, as the $15,000 minimum spend requirement for the free night reward on the Business Platinum has a time limit of 12 months, so that one is pretty flexible. My guess is that if I get a retention offer, the time frame will be around 3 months, so that will be timed just perfectly for me to make it to at least August of this year. So let's take a quick look at the total value after meeting $15,000 in spend on this card. But quick disclaimer, the spend that I'm planning is over the course of at least 6 months. So this is spend that I've already budgeted out over the selected time period, and that's really important because I don't want to force any additional spend just to meet this goal. It's also super important to make sure that our credit cards are paid off in full and on time when looking at these larger minimum spend requirements, because if we start falling behind on payments and we have to pay interest on our credit card debt, there's no value in credit cards in that situation. So with that being said, let's get back to the value in spending $15,000 on this Hilton Honors business card. After spending the first $5,000 to meet the first part of the sign-up bonus, I'll get 130,000 Hilton Honors points. And then, after spending an additional $10,000, I'll also get 2 free night certificates at $10,000 in spend from the sign-up bonus and at $15,000 in spend from the standard benefit on the card. And with that $15,000, I'll also be getting more points using the multipliers. And for the sake of simplicity, let's just assume I only did this using the everything else category of 3x. This would equal 45,000 points, so adding that to our original total of 130,000 points, we get 175,000 Hilton Honors points and 2 free night reward certificates. Using the standard TPG conversion factor of 0.6 cents per point, this equals $1,050 in value, and added with the 2 free night certificates as well, this could be a total value of well over $3,000 depending on how I'm able to redeem these free night rewards. Now, some of you may have noticed that I'm making a big push into hotel credit cards in 2023, so let me explain. Last year in September, I got the Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant Card and was able to earn its limited time elevated sign-up bonus offer of 150,000 Marriott bonus points after spending $5,000 in the first 3 months. Ideally, I would have next applied for the Marriott Bonvoy Business Card to capitalize on the amount of Marriott bonus points I earned, as well as the Elite Night credits that are stackable on both the Brilliant and Business cards. But I didn't go for the Marriott Business Card because the sign-up bonus for that card, which was set at 100,000 bonus points, ended in November of 2022, and I missed my opportunity to get that elevated sign-up bonus. The offer at the time I was ready to apply for this card had dropped to 75,000 bonus points after spending $3,000 in the first 3 months of card membership. So instead, I went for the Hilton Honors Business Card, as this card had an elevated sign-up bonus and was a great fit for my use case for this year. I think this is a great example of waiting for an elevated sign-up bonus to maximize the value you can get. This is especially important with American Express due to their once-in-a-lifetime rule with sign-up bonuses, so you want to get the best one you can when applying. For hotel cards in particular, I think hotel cards bring some of the best value in the credit card game, and I think they are a great alternative to flexible point-earning cards. Most of the major hotel chain cards, such as Marriott, Hilton, and Hyatt, not only have great cards that can elevate your status tier, but also come with free night awards. And many of these cards, especially in the mid-tier range with $95 annual fees, could be great candidates for keeper cards, as spending $95 for just a free night award can bring a lot of upside potential depending on your specific redemption. So even someone like myself, who stays often at Marriott properties, there are definitely times where I can change it up and stay at a Hilton hotel, and soon, maybe even a Hyatt hotel. So the Hilton Honors Business Card is the main card in my setup for Q1 of 2023. I'll be using this card as often as I can to work towards that ultimate spend requirement of $15,000 in a calendar year, making sure to hit $5,000 in the first 3 months and $10,000 in the first 6 months. One more thing though. Since this is a one-card setup with American Express, there has to be one other card that goes with this setup. As American Express likes to say that they are accepted at 99% of locations worldwide, that 1% will always get you. So I'll also be keeping my Bank of America Premium Rewards Elite card as my backup visa to use wherever Amex is not accepted. So what do you think of my setup to start 2023? Would you do the same thing in my situation? Let me know down in the comments below, and for a good learning experience with a complex credit card application process, check out this video here where I apply for the card we've just been talking about, the Hilton Honors Business Card.